Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe to see lots more healthy videos from me. I make tons of healthy recipes and wellness videos, and I love sharing with you guys the benefits of food and why it can help you, and I'm just really passionate about that. So I hope you subscribe and get into these healthy dinners because they're delicious and easy to make. So we're starting off with ramen. I feel like ramen is such a classic, like quick dinner, but we're gonna make a healthy version that's way better than the prepackaged one. So I'm starting off with garlic and ginger. Both are so flavorful and so good for you, antifungal, antimicrobial. Adding in 2 cups of broth. You can do veggie broth, chicken broth, beef broth, basically whatever flavor that you like of ramen, just use that broth. And then I'm cutting up some mushrooms. They have a nice meaty flavor, but they're also rich in selenium and iron, and I'm putting that into the broth. And then I'm putting in a few dashes of coconut aminos. This is a wonderful salt alternative that's rich in inositol, which balances your blood sugar. It's also great for PCOS because it has inositol. A little bit of carrot for flavor, and then I'm using this new pasta, konjac spaghetti, for the ramen noodles. It's gluten-free, but like it's really tasty, and it really gives that ramen feel without having the ramen noodles. I'm adding in 1 egg on the top. You can also add in chicken, beef, whatever you like, but I'm just adding in an egg that I medium boiled, and then I'm putting on some cilantro for a bit of green and color. And there you have the super quick ramen bowl that is good for you, and it takes less than 10 minutes. Next up, we're making Socca Pizza, which is basically chickpea pizza or chickpea flour pizza. So I'm using chickpea flour for the crust, and I love this because it stabilizes your blood sugar, and it's also rich in fiber. It's gluten-free. It's perfect. I'm adding in a tablespoon of olive oil as well as a little bit of garlic, and the garlic and the olive oil just add a nice flavor and a nice binding to the dough. And then we're adding in 1 cup of water, and we're going to whisk that dough together. Comes together quite quickly, and as you can see, it's a bit runny, but don't worry guys, because we're gonna bake it before we top it, I promise. So I'm just oiling a baking sheet because we don't want this to stick. It's a little bit different than other dough because it's a liquid when we pour it. So you want to put about a tablespoon on your baking sheet and then spread that out. And then we pour the dough on the top and just spread that out to all the corners. We're going to bake that for 10 minutes at 450, and as you can see, you kind of get a crust halfway through. And then I'm going to start by topping that with some tomato sauce, and this is where you can experiment with whatever kind of toppings that you like. I just have tomato sauce that I keep in my fridge, so I just threw some of that on. I threw some pesto on that I had in the fridge. I basically like to just throw on either veggies or things I have in my fridge onto a pizza to kind of make it a complete meal, so it's super easy to do. I'm putting on some zucchini I had left over, which is one of my favorite pizza toppings. Comment your favorite pizza topping down below because I want to know so that I can put it on my next pizza. So I put that on, and I like to cook them beforehand so that it doesn't get soggy. And then I'm putting on some cashew ricotta for cheese. I've made this in a lot of videos, so I will leave the recipe down below if you guys haven't seen it. But I just put globs of that on so that it can like cook and melt. And this is how it turned out. I ended up throwing on some cilantro at the end, as well as some leftover sweet potato. As you guys can see, I just throw on whatever is left over. And lastly, we're making some jackfruit tacos. I had some amazing jackfruit tacos at Gracias Madre in LA, and I really wanted to recreate them. So I'm just using some organic jackfruit. I love this because it promotes digestion and also boosts your energy. And it's going to give you that feel of like pulled pork or pulled meat, but it's a fruit and it's vegan, which is really cool. So I kind of just mashing and breaking that up a bit so that it looks more like a pulled pork. Putting a little bit of olive oil into a pan, and then I'm adding the jackfruit in, and we're just going to toss that around and cook it for about 10 minutes until it gets browned. And I like that you can totally meal prep this as well and then just have it ready to go for the whole week. Putting that on a baking sheet, and then we're going to bake that for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to add on some barbecue sauce, and then we're going to bake it for another 10 minutes. And I just got a really clean barbecue sauce so that you don't have to worry about ingredients, and this recipe stays really clean. You can make your own barbecue sauce if you want, but I wanted to be realistic for you guys that some people don't have time to make your own barbecue sauce. I sure don't. So I used the Neal Brothers one. It's only a few ingredients and it's super clean. You just have to do some research, and you can definitely find brands that are good to add into your pantry and add into recipes like this that won't like completely mess it up or make it unhealthy. So then I'm adding in some red onion just for color, and I feel like red onion really goes with that whole pulled pork theme, and a little bit of cilantro for some green. You can add avocado, salsa, whatever you kind of like on your tacos, but these turned out delicious. I'm so happy that they're so easy to make, but they're a great like meat alternative, but you feel like you're getting the meat with the barbecue sauce. They were perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments below which one you want to try the most. I don't know which one's my favorite. It's so hard to choose because they're all so delicious. So let me know which one is yours. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well because I post lots of recipes on there. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.